How's it going, guys? Welcome to Audio Addiction. We have Waiting for London with us. They can say their names, what they do, and all that jazz.
I'm Chris. I play bass.
I'm Ryan, and I play guitar, piano, and lead singer.
There we go, guys. Well, we had a chance to talk a little bit because I thought I was waiting for someone else, and we didn't. So now we're here. But the first question, guys, how did you start out Waiting for London? I assume there's a lot more members than just you two. And how did you guys kind of formulate and come together?
Oh, you want me to take that one? All right.
Yeah, sure.
So basically, it started out actually over a year ago. Was it like last February?
Sounds about right. Yeah.
But so Chris and I are actually cousins, and so I've been after him for years, being like, "Hey, we have to start a band." And each time he's like, "No," but this time, yeah, all right, now's the right time. So we've been in bands before in the past, different bands, and it just seemed like the right time to try to create something together. So basically, over a year ago, like last February, we went into the studio, just the two of us. We wrote some songs with some producers. Oh, he's gonna show it.
There you go. You got to do the promo.
Yeah,
it's out now.
Yeah. So so we wrote the songs on Brilliant together with some producers, Ben Lionetti and Jesse Castro. They're in the band called Lakeshore, and so basically they have a company called Loud Lion Productions, and so we ended up writing some songs with them. We recorded it with them, and it was just a lot of fun. So then we used those songs to get other members on board, and it's funny because to get other members, we actually used a website called Bandmix. It's like classified ads, but for musicians. So,
so it's like Craigslist, basically.
Pretty much, yeah. So that was a lot of fun. And that's how we got Casey and Kevin. And so then we went back into the studio and we recorded some original songs. He's gonna show it.
You got it all on hand. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Chris has got it.
Yeah, he's prepared. So we recorded Worth the Wait back in December. Yeah, December.
This year.
Yeah, December of this year. And that's available on all digital platforms as well.
There you go. Gotta get that slick promo in, and that's awesome. And Chris, I know you're playing hard to get. I respect that move. That's a power move. I gotta give a shout out to that. I feel like if I had a cousin and he played instruments and I was just playing the cards, like I don't know. What can get me involved with this? I feel like that's a I gotta give the props to the power move. But how does it feel like working as, like, obviously you guys are related because you're family, like how does that dynamic work? Do you guys feel like you butt heads a little bit more because you're like we're family, like we can do that, like not like I feel like friends you can do it to an extent, but like family you can go, you can turn the knob a little bit further.
Actually, it's quite the opposite. We work very well together. We just are always on the same page, and it's just we make decisions very easily and quickly, and it's just really nice.
Yeah, I think it helps that we grew up together, so I mean we know each other, and we just work well together.
When you get somebody like from outside, like if it was just your friend or whatever, you don't really know them. You didn't grow up with them.
Yeah.
Around them all the time. So I mean, you don't have the same like ability to just know what they're thinking, kind of. Mm-hmm. Like we just kind of have that.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, that's good to know. I don't know how much money you guys stipulated to come together with that sort of answer to be on the internet. I'm just kidding. I'm sure you guys are great. I just wanted to. I feel like that's always the inside joke. Is just like how are we gonna play this off and make it seem like we're really nice to each other, and in reality we're just like we hate each other's gut. No, I'm kidding. But that's awesome. And like then just finding all the members, like did you feel like, I mean, obviously you went through like the process of doing that. Do you feel like the people that you originally picked out or have picked out for your band now, were they the first people, or did you kind of go through like a test run of like other members and be like, like this might not work or this might work or something like that?
Yeah, we had a good amount of people apply. What's really cool with Band Mix is that you can do. I feel like I'm doing a promotion for them, but
Go ahead, do it.
cool is yeah, pretty much. Yeah, what's cool is you could do what's called a digital audition. So
Oh,
you can
nice.
send out saying like, hey, we're looking for a drummer, and it goes out to people in your area. And they can apply saying like, here's my music, you can listen to it. So we auditioned people in that sense. And then we did have a couple members that we kind of went through that
Sure.
we played with for a couple months, but just for one reason or another, it just didn't seem to work out.
There we go. Well, this episode is sponsored by Band Mix. If you guys, if you check no, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna do that. That'd be great. Band Mix. If you wanna hop on this, listen, that'd be great. I'd be down supporting that. That's okay. That's what that's what we do here. So I mean, come on.
Yes,
But
right. A lot of people don't know about it, so I don't know.
I thought it was more.
Listen, we're doing some free promotion for you, Band Mix. Ryan, Chris, and I, we're just out here trying to do some free promo for Band Mix. If you wanna slide into the DMs and give us some, little chunk of change, I listen. I would not be upset by that. I would be totally okay with them some little extra money.
Right.
But the next question, guys, another seminary question. Who are you guys influenced by? I guess you guys can speak more individually to you two since you are here, and then more generally to the band.
You over first?
Oh, okay, sure. So we're getting along.
Aw.
So basically, I'm influenced from like I love all genres, but when it comes to like writing music, I mean, I love recent bands like All American Rejects, Our Lady Peace, bands like that. But I'm also like a huge fanatic of like Michael Jackson, Jimi Hendrix. So I love like the pop rock genre, but I happen to listen to classical too. So I love Schubert. So I guess shout out to classical music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm influenced by a lot of wider types of music. My favorite band is Tool. I actually have a Tool. Oh, that's Protest the Hero. Sorry.
That's
Tool
also good too.
Protest the Hero is another favorite of mine. But I like a lot of technical stuff. But I mean, on that, my first concert ever when I was 8 years old was Hanson.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, I was obsessed with Hanson when I was younger. But they're actually really good, so I still listen to them now even.
There we go. Wow, that's quite a mix. I feel like because I always feel like when I have bands on, I have to be as a good interviewer. I have to do my research. So I did check out Waiting for London, some of the stuff that was like on YouTube, and I was like something about it. Like there's this like pop element to it, but I like could hear a little bit more technicality to it because like a lot of my background is like metalcore, like post-hardcore, that sort of stuff, progressive, and I was just like, there's just like it is kind of that like it does have that pop influence to it, but there's also just like that like underlying like just below the ground like a little bit of progressive like element to it, and I was just like that's what I was looking for. I was like there's something a little extra there, and that was what sold me. And like obviously shout outs to Angela because this took way longer to set up than I will admit on this interview. But yeah, like I felt like there's this element of progressiveness that I personally enjoy and can resonate with because that's the type of music I enjoy. But I also like have been getting into more like pop music, and I was like, okay, there's like that Michael Jackson influence. There's that like kind of more, I guess, like it's not mainstream pop anymore, but just like pop in general. And so there's like a good collective mix of that. So I appreciate it. Go check out Waiting for London. I know we already did the promo for it, but we'll continue to spread it out throughout this entire interview. But the next question, guys, keeping it more current, who have you guys been jamming recently? Everybody's in quarantine currently. So what have you guys been listening to lately?
That's a good question. Recently, I've been listening to the band Flicker Stick. They came out in the early 2000s. I absolutely loved them when they came out, and so I just found out like they released like a couple live albums. So I've been listening to that.
Oh, nice.
But unfortunately, they're not together anymore. But I still follow like the lead singer, see what he's doing, and that's pretty much who I've been listening to. I've just been like while I'm cleaning, like I'm just like listening to, you know, while I'm driving, like
All of it, all the above.
Yeah, yeah.
I've actually been listening to a lot of hip hop lately.
Ooh, okay.
I don't know why, but I've always liked hip hop. But I listen to a lot of Spose, he's a rapper from Maine. A lot of like Tech-9, Eminem,
Ooh,
obviously. But I also have like a 90s rock playlist on repeat pretty much all day. So,
That's awesome.
yeah.
What's on the 90s rock playlist, Chris?
Rage Against the Machine, Korn, Alice in Chains, pretty much every hard rock band that came out in the 90s. I'm a huge Rage Against the Machine fan. Obviously, them and Tool kind of go together.
That's awesome. We got a eclectic mix from you guys again. 2 for 2 already. We're rocking with a great answer so far. Next question, guys. Another fun one. If you guys could pick a song to cover, what would it be?
We've given this a lot of thought. We have a lot of different ideas. My wife actually came up with a couple of good ones yesterday too. I can't remember what they were now.
Oh, I was gonna say.
They're really good. We were gonna do, what was it, Jesse's Girl?
Yeah, we were gonna do Jesse's Girl.
Okay, I can feel that. That's a vibe.
Or, The Way by Fastball.
Yep.
Another good one.
Yep. And then
Closing Time.
Yeah, Closing Time.
Nice.
By
Semisonic.
Yeah.
Yep. All 90s bands.
Yeah, pretty much.
Jesse's Girl's not 90s, but
by 9 Days.
Oh yeah, Story of a Girl.
Yeah, Story of a Girl.
Oh, okay, yeah.
One of those songs that nobody knows the name of or the band, but they've all heard it.
Yeah.
There should be like an album of just like songs. If you heard them, you would know exactly what song it is, but like don't know the name of it. I don't know. Listen, if you want to give me royalties for that, that's great.
That's
but
all right.
I feel like if that doesn't exist already, it needs to exist.
Yeah.
Should, yeah.
Maybe what are they called? Those albums like the
Now?
The Now. That's what I call music or whatever.
Yeah.
Now that's what I heard one time.
There you go.
Now that's what I heard at Walmart at 6 a.m. and don't remember the song name.
There you go. Perfect.
Or like
There we go.
Something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
know, right?
if you guys have any great 90s songs for Waiting for London, drop them in the comments. I'm sure they'll eventually wind up doing it because I feel like inevitably, because I asked that question, they're just going to do a 90s record. They're just going to pick a slew of 90s songs and just put it all on one record, you know?
Yeah. That's true.
Happen.
I know. It's a great idea. We should totally do that.
There we go. Well, you can come back to this, and now that it's on the internet, people are gonna hold you to it. So if they like your band, they're just gonna be like, "Hey guys, where's that '90s record, bud? Where is it? I don't know where it's not here. It's been, you guys recorded this in the end of June. You could have had this out. It's now August, so." But the next question, guys, another fun one as well. Favorite food to eat? What's the go-to?
Nachos.
Ooh, okay. Are we talking about plain nachos, or we're going all out, Chris?
Depends on the situation. If I'm at home, I just put like shredded cheese on some tortilla chips and put it in the microwave.
Fair enough.
But if I'm like out at a restaurant, then it's gonna be like full nachos.
Yeah. I actually have to agree with him. I love nachos. Like wherever I go, I'm like, I gotta have the nachos. Like we were checking out a new venue to perform months ago, and I was like, you know what, they have nachos. Like I gotta get them. And
even at our first gig.
Yeah, even at
was at a bar.
Oh yeah, at our first gig. Yeah.
That's the test. That's the test for Waiting for London. If they don't have nachos, we're not playing that.
And we already said
Son of a writer.
yeah, exactly. Like eventually when we tour, you know, we're gonna have to have nachos like at all venues. Like we're gonna be testing them out, have a blog about like, you know, how great these nachos are. We'll rate them.
It's our tour blog.
Yeah.
You have a top 10. You have a top 10 list of like best nacho places while on tour.
Yeah. Yep.
Love that.
Yep.
There we go. expect a blog from Waiting for London on the next whenever we start touring again. That's
Oh man, now we're creating all these new projects.
You're gonna have a lot. I feel kind of bad that I'm kind of influencing you guys to do this, but that's my job as an interviewer. I have to do that. You know, I have to insert my opinion in just a little bit. So
we tend to be quite ambitious anyway, so it's fine. We'll do it.
There we go. I think I feel like the '90s record you could definitely do before the year's over with. So I won't say till August because I feel like that's a little from now of current recording time in June to August. I mean, you could, but I don't want to, you know, lay the whip down. I just want to know. I want to give you guys enough time to figure it out. So we'll do the end of the year or something like that. I don't know. I'm not gonna hold anybody to it. It's just on the internet. So if your fans come after you, that's not my problem. But anyway, next question, guys. If you could pick somebody to collaborate with, whether it be a guest feature on your next record or a producer you'd like to work with in the future, who would it be?
Oh, that's a good one. You have any?
I have one. It's not a famous person.
Go for it.
I would collaborate with my all-time favorite drummer. His name is RJ Dowhan. He lives in Florida. He was actually the first drummer I ever worked with back when I was probably 15.
Nice.
So 17 years ago. We met in high school. We went to the same school. We used to hang out all the time. He's one of my best friends. He still is. Just lives far away.
Yeah.
But he had a band. He was in a band called AM Aesthetic for a while, and they were one of my favorite bands. I recently found all their old music on SoundCloud.
Oh wow,
So
that's awesome.
I would probably pick him.
Yeah, that's cool. I think I would probably pick the lead singer of Our Lady Peace, Rain Maida. I love how he's a like producer as well, and so I love how he brings visions to life, and just I don't know, I love his sound, and I think it would be quite interesting to just pick his brain.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
And he's a producer, so you got the twofer. You got the guest feature and the producer role. Wow, that's Ryan thinking a little bit ahead on that. That was a big brain play right there. But if Our Lady of Peace's singer watches this, which I'm sure he does, because you know I feel like for me, if he doesn't watch it, I'd be very upset, and you know, I would be a little distraught. So if you want to go help out Waiting for London, you know, I want to see this collaboration. You know, we're in quarantine. I feel like people can do this, you know. You might as well put it out in the universe, you know. Who knows? So if you guys want to see that happen, make sure to go tweet at Our Lady of Peace. I don't know if they have Twitter, but you know, send them like a piece of paper in the mail or something. I don't know. Figure something out. I'm just the facilitator. You guys actually have to do the work. So, but next,
maybe he could help out with the '90s album.
The '90s album. Wow, we're coming full circle, guys. This is great. He knows. They just know. It's all coming together right now. But next question, guys. Another fun one. If you guys could pick another musical instrument to master, what would it be?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
I already have one, but do you have an idea?
You go first, because I don't want it to be the same thing.
Oh, okay. Okay, if it's the same thing. So, I would have to say the cello.
It is the same thing?
Oh, man.
I knew it because we've already talked about this.
Oh, my God.
Yeah,
you guys are cousins then.
Sometimes I feel like we're more like brothers.
Okay, yeah.
Because we're always like on the same wavelength, so.
But, I feel that.
Yeah. I originally went to school to be a music teacher, and so I had to learn how to play the cello for that, and it was a lot of fun, and I wish I could go back and learn it again, or maybe learn it again eventually. But yeah, it was definitely a lot of fun.
Yeah, I pretty much only played bass. I played guitar for a little while, but I would like to do something that's completely different. Like, I don't know, something that like a harp.
Ooh,
It's not like the same type of instrument.
Yeah,
that's my answer, I guess.
Plus,
Like a didgeridoo.
Already playing bass, I mean, that might be easy for you to pick up, the harp.
All right, so I'm changing my answer to the didgeridoo.
Okay. I'm trying to help you out.
I appreciate it, but I want the most different instrument.
Okay. All right.
I just love how Ryan just immediately controlled Chris and was just like, yeah, man, well, like harp and bass, they both have strings, so like, why would you do that? Pick the didgeridoo. It's dead. Well, you can expect didgeridoo on the next Waiting for London record. They're really gonna go global with their sound. Going all out.
Yeah.
90 and a didgeridoo.
Pretty much.
Wow, we're gonna have a really long running list for you guys. I feel bad now.
Crazy album.
No worries. I mean, we like being productive anyway. So
collaborations, new instruments, covers. It's gonna have everything.
Yep,
all of it, all together. It's gonna be like a 30 track album.
6 discs.
It'll be like a Tool record,
Yeah,
like,
there you go. So it'll take us 10 years to finish.
Yeah,
pretty much. It could. I mean, it'd be worth the wait. I feel like, we spent all that time doing it. There's some dedication in that. But the next question, guys, I assume people that are watching this are new to checking out Waiting for London. So what would be one song you would recommend to some new listener that is checking your band out, checking this interview out, and is like, I don't know anything about this band, but if they recommended me a song, I would listen to that one.
We don't have a huge catalog. I mean, they're all in front of us.
We do. What? Okay. I think I would choose. I have a feeling I know what song you're gonna say. So I would choose from our EP, "Worth the Wait." I would choose our song "Make You Mine." That's the song that we did the music video for, and it's got that like catchy, upbeat, vibe to it. It makes you feel good. It makes you smile. So I think that might resonate more with a new listener. But I know that we have other songs that are just as catchy too. So.
Yeah, I'd probably pick "What Are You Waiting For" off of this EP, "Brilliant Together."
Yeah.
It's one of the first songs we wrote, I think.
Yeah.
And it came together. It was one of those songs that came together really naturally and like really easily, but it came out very well.
And it has that pop rock vibe to it.
Yeah, it's got like the best mix, I think, of all of our influences on there.
There we go. Well, guys, you can check out those songs, and we're just gonna keep doing the plug. You can check out Waiting for London, buy all the records, do all that stuff. I'm sure we're going to talk about that much later on, but it'll be on here. But the next question, guys, is my personal favorite because I'm a nerd and I love asking it. If you guys could be a video game character, who would you be?
Oh man, that's a good one.
I actually just did a piece. I don't remember what it was for. At this point,
New Fury Media.
New Fury
nice.
Media.
Yes.
Yeah. I did a piece for them on video games that shaped my life. And I picked Final Fantasy VII. That's my all-time favorite video game. I would honestly just like to live in that world. I don't think there's a specific character I would like, just that whole Final Fantasy world.
Fair enough. I appreciate that answer, Chris.
Yeah, that's cool. I've always liked Yoshi. I think he's pretty cool.
It's a good answer.
And and I love how he can just like eat everything with his tongue. Like it just shoots out and then, he just eats it. Like that's pretty cool. Like and he just hops around,
He always helps Mario out.
Exactly. Yeah, he's like best friends with Mario, so that's pretty cool.
He's played Baby Mario, then he's taken care of Mario forever.
Oh, well.
That's a weird game, though.
Yeah.
I play a lot of video games.
So do I. I mean,
before I got here.
Yeah.
I feel like I wouldn't be asking that question if you know, if I wasn't holding my own. I have my like little Pikachu
Oh, nice.
thing, and then up here is, you know, to watch my computer is Master Dialga. So off camera, you know, I can't have, you know, I gotta have him here. He's gotta know that he's here and he's watching over me, but not so much that he's like in. I mean, I guess I could put him in the frame, but whatever. Anyway, love the answers, guys. Final Fantasy. That's Chris had it for me, but I also love Yoshi, so I don't know. I'm a little bit biased because I'm a Nintendo fanboy. So
yeah, not to be that guy. This is my wallet.
Fair enough. I mean, this might get green screened out, but I have my
wow,
nice
rupee on my desk. So, you know, I feel that I asked the right question to the right people. So that's all I need to know. That's all I need to know. But next question, guys, getting back to the music stuff. If you were to compile a dream tour lineup, who would be on it? This includes your band, just as an FYI.
Oh, well, that's what we want to play with.
Oh, man. Probably Lakeshore.
Yeah, I would like to play with Lakeshore.
Yeah.
They're very cool dudes.
Yeah, and those are two of the members of Lakeshore. They're the ones that produced our EPs. So we like to tour with them. That's a good one. That makes you think.
Probably say this of the band Nothing More.
Oh yes, they're great.
They're pretty similar to Lakeshore, but they played a lot of times around. I used to live in Florida a few years ago, and they played like one town over from where I was, and just for whatever reason I couldn't go. Like they played like 3 times in the same venue, and I couldn't go each time.
Oh man!
So I'd probably pick them, so I finally get to see them play.
Fair enough. You'd see them every night, so then you'd make up.
We also had so we recently, well, a while ago, but last November, we played at Mohegan Sun, and I don't know if you know, it's a big casino here.
Okay.
So and there was this band that played with us, Bowen. Bowen.
Bowen.
Right? Yeah, and they were really cool dudes. I mean, I would love to tour with them.
They helped
like
us. They helped us out like when we were in backstage and stuff, just with nerves and whatnot.
Yeah,
like they were just really, really cool guys. Like some of the other bands we've toured with, like played with, not toured with, I guess, but played with in the past they don't really help you out. They're just kind of like, we're here to play after you and for people to like us or something. I don't know. Yeah. But they're like they would just be pretentious, like, oh, you know, we have all these fans or something, and it's just not what it's about.
Yeah.
But they were chill, so.
Yeah, it was cool, the guys from Bowen. You know, we got to get to know them and, you know, kind of stayed in contact with them. But it would be nice to tour with them. Also just because they're local. So, I mean, that'd be cool to have, like, a local group going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. That's a solid lineup. You guys can buy tickets for that for 2022.
Yeah.
Putting it out in the universe now. 2020 is officially canceled. We're not We're not even talking about that year. It doesn't exist. 2021, I feel like has a shot, but you know we're still very early on. So I'm gonna just put it out for 2022. We got enough time. If you guys want to buy tickets for a future event, you can definitely buy it now.
Yeah,
and it's not gonna be there. But anyway, next question, guys. In your opinion, who puts on a great live performance in terms of the bands that you've seen?
I would say Tool is probably my favorite. Maybe biased on that one, but they do have an extremely well-produced live show. I've also seen Killswitch Engage did a very good live show. I saw them at probably Mayhem Fest in like 2009.
Oh wow,
somewhere around there. We used to go to like Mayhem Fest and the Monster one. I don't remember or Ozfest. So I used to see a lot of bands play at like festivals and stuff. That was more of our thing. But so we saw like Five Finger Death Punch. They had like their drummer had a platform that lifted up while he was playing stuff, and Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I saw Rob Zombie. He came out in like a giant robotic dragon that was like shooting fire, and he like came out of the ship. Crazy. And then Marilyn played after him.
Oh man.
And he came out with a giant like old TV on his head that had like static playing.
Oh, that's cool.
And before he was singing, he took it off and smashed it.
Wow.
So that was a cool show.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'd have to say I haven't seen bands do that, but I'd have to say when I saw Third Eye Blind, I saw them a couple times, and they were just amazing live. Like there's so much energy, and it's like the whole time you just felt like you were going along with what he was doing, and it was awesome. So I'd have to say that was probably one of the best shows that I saw.
The dynamic between Chris and Ryan's answers was great. I mean, like, Ryan's just like, yeah, they put on a great performance, and Chris is just like, yeah, Rob Zombie had like a pyrotechnic war dragon machine that spit fire from its mouth and exploded on stage, Like that's how I felt. Like I was like listening to it, I was like, wow, these are both very interesting answers, and like one is like over here and the other one's like completely on the other side. That's awesome. Well, I hope that Waiting for London has like a giant like mech suit that they come out in and just like, listen, that's all I'm saying. That's way beyond, when you guys are playing stadium tours and stuff. So listen, I'm trying to give you ideas for the future. If anybody else wants to take up this grandiose idea, I have a memory bank full of just dumb ideas. So let's make it happen.
Definitely.
Next question, guys. Another fun one. Favorite TV show, favorite movie?
I'm gonna have to go with the Avatar: The Last Airbender. Is my all-time favorite TV show.
You're right. That's great.
My wife and I we literally just finished watching it again last night for probably the 5th time in a row. It's excellent show. If you've never seen it, it's basically there's 4 different nations in the world, and each one corresponds to an element. And then there's one person born in the world who can control all 4 elements. And his job is to bring balance to the world, both spiritually and physically. And then during the contents of the show, there's a war. He is trying to stop it. It's got a lot of really adult elements, like obviously stopping a war and like fighting fascism and all these things. And then it has spiritual elements because the main character he's a monk. So he was taught his whole life that you solve problems without violence and you don't ever kill anyone at all. Life is sacred. And then he has to come to terms that he has to kill someone because they're like the worst person in the world, and how he balances that out. It's very good. I like him a lot.
I can back that for sure. Yeah,
that's awesome.
I love that show. That's a great.
Yeah, it's hopefully the Netflix remake is good. Yeah.
Fingers crossed. Yeah, I could totally back Chris's answer. That I feel like even now, as me being an adult now, I'm like, when I was watching it as a kid, I don't feel like I really understood the like real big world issues, and now I watch it, and I know it's on Netflix now or whatever, and I'm just like, it completely glossed over because I was just like, oh my god, the visuals are so cool, and now like I watch it and I'm just like, it's so like it's just so spiritual in that sense of like doing like trying not to use violence as like a way to choose to live life and stuff, and it's just interesting. Like I felt like I didn't understand it as a kid, but now I understand it now as an adult. Like it just makes more sense to me.
Yeah, watching it again as an adult, it shows me that that's where I got a lot of my core values from.
Yeah, same.
Because I followed like Aang and Iroh's teachings essentially, which Iroh is by far my favorite character.
He's great. Yeah,
amazing. He's one of the main bad guys' uncle.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but he's like a Buddha type figure. So he tries to teach his nephew to be on the right path, and following your destiny doesn't always mean what you think it means and things like that. It's just very spiritually aware.
And then favorite movie, Chris?
My favorite movie is going to be the complete opposite end of any kind of spectrum you could put these things on. But it is my all-time favorite movie, and it's probably the dumbest movie ever. It's called Freddy Got Fingered. It is a Tom Green movie from 2000.
Okay, Tom Green, yeah.
And it is a horrible movie, but it's just so stupid and funny. He wants to be Tom Green's character is like 40 years old, and he wants to be an animator. And that's like all he wants to do is be an animator, and he's really good at drawings and stuff. So he goes to Hollywood to meet with Anthony Michael Hall, of all people, who runs a animation studio. And he shows him his drawings, and he throws them out and says they're the worst things ever, just because there's no plot. It's just a bunch of random nonsense. And then he like moves back home, and his dad is Rip Torn, who plays Z in the Men in Black movies. And he's just like hates him and just screams at him all the time. And Tom Green just does all this weird stuff. And he like builds a skate ramp, and Harlan Williams is his friend, and he ends up like breaking his leg on the ramp and like screaming at 3 o'clock in the morning. It's just really stupid. But I've seen it a million times, and I love it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's my answer.
Okay.
I stand by it.
My answers are going to be on the other side of the spectrum. I have to say, favorite TV show would have to be Elementary. It's like a modern Sherlock Holmes. Great. I basically live vicariously through Sherlock Holmes. I'm like a huge fanatic, so I wish I could like solve crimes like that. But yeah, I love the dynamic between the characters, and just the fact that they made it more modern. I mean, I know that they had the Sherlock from the UK,
the BBC.
Right? Yeah, BBC.
Yeah.
Which was good. Yeah, I agree. That was awesome as well. But I feel like with Elementary, it was like on for 7 years, and like I got more into the characters.
Yeah, the BBC one was still. I feel like it was still had a lot of the classical elements.
Yeah.
And it was still trying to be more like refined, like the old Sherlock Holmes was.
Yeah.
But Elementary was more like gritty and realistic.
Yeah.
And like
modern.
Yeah. You're right. Realistic. Yeah.
Yeah, because it was more like, it was just more like things happening now. Like Sherlock Holmes was kind of, it still just seemed like he was catching criminals.
Yeah.
Like it didn't feel like he was like solving crimes.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to explain, I guess.
Yeah. No, I get you. And then as for movie, once again, I got to go with Sherlock Holmes, but the versions that Robert Downey Jr. Did, because like, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it other than like, there's so much action. Also, just once again, the dynamic within the characters, they just work so well together. It's just
everyone
I
they
can watch it
for
over
that
and over again. Yeah,
for the combination of characters.
Yeah,
is just good.
Jude Law. He's in
Jude
there.
Law. I was gonna say it's Watson.
Yeah, and it's just amazing. Just seeing how they work together. It's like you would think.
It's actually Sherlock Holmes game.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's really good.
Ryan's got something to do now. After he's gonna be like, "See you guys later," and he's gonna go purchase the Sherlock Holmes game for whatever, I don't know, whatever system he has.
Oh really? Oh nice. I'll have to check it out.
Yeah,
there we go.
New every day.
Anyway, the answers from Chris and Ryan, complete opposite ends of the spectrum, which is great because like I enjoy that. I think I enjoyed both Ryan's answers and Chris's answers because they were both intriguing to me because it's stuff that I grew up watching. So I feel like, for me, it was a very good answer. But for other people that may be watching this, they might be like, what's going on? I don't know. Just watch all of it. It's all great. I think I could definitely back most of it. So next question, guys. If you're trapped on a desert island for the next month or in quarantine, what would be one record you could bring with you?
Let's see. I'd probably pick, honestly, 21 Pilots. Their album Vessel.
Ooh, that's a good
The
one.
one right before their first major label debut, I guess, or release. The one with I can't remember the names of the songs on it anymore. But when that album came out, or when I first found it, actually, I listened to it like every day, nonstop, just because you can just listen from beginning to end. It's one of those kind of albums. It's just every song is so good. Yeah,
that's cool. I'd be tempted to create like a mix album for EPs. No, just kidding.
I saw you, Ryan. That's a good move. Okay, all right.
But no. Basically, I think I would choose Jimi Hendrix. He had one called like Access Bold as Love, and it was one of his most popular ones. And I mean, I loved it. I can listen to it from front to back, and yeah, it was pretty powerful. So I think I could listen to it if I was stuck somewhere.
There we go. Great answers, guys. And then the last thing, the most important thing, tell them about Waiting for London, where you can find you on social media and anything coming up in the next couple months. It's the promo time. This is the part where you show everything. We go back to the very beginning of the episode where you show your. There you go. Go rock
I'll
with
just
it.
do it again.
I'm just gonna disappear from the background.
I know. We're like, can we have this be like the background of our?
You could have.
Yeah, I could have done that. Well, that's okay. We were testing it out.
That's all right.
Yeah. So you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, just by searching "Waiting for London."
We have our own website.
Yes, we have our own website.
Waitingforlondon.com. We have a store on there as well. You can get mugs and shirts and bags and all that kind of stuff. The only thing we can't find anywhere is hats.
Yeah.
Nobody makes hats anymore.
Yeah. We're just trying to figure that out.
Crazy. So don't complain that we don't have hats because we can't find them. We're looking for them.
But by the time this airs, we should probably have the CDs for sale as well on our website, because that's something that we are currently working on. But if you can't find the physical copy, whether at our shows or on our site, you can also get digital versions of it by going to iTunes, Amazon. You can listen to it on Spotify. So you can listen to both of these on all the platforms. Even like, what was it, Pandora?
Google, yeah, Pandora, Google Music, Yahoo Music.
Yeah,
iHeartRadio.
Yeah. So you can
just about everything you can listen to
find it
on
anywhere.
SoundCloud.
Yep. And it's released worldwide. So,
exactly. So it's not, is it zone locked or something like that? Whatever it's called.
Region locked?
Region locked, that's it, yeah.
Yeah.
I know Netflix is like that. It's Ghibli films.
That hurts my feelings. I'm sorry. I have like half the DVDs at my apartment, and I need the rest of them. So I'm gonna have to, because America, whatever, we don't have it here in America. So
trying to get my son to watch them last night. Can't find it anywhere.
You gotta get the VPN or something like that.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
That's the way. But anyway, we're completely divulging the conversation. You should check out Waiting for London. All the links will be in the description where you can find out about their band, their music, all that sort of stuff. Huge thanks to Angela from Muddy Paw. She is a godsend, and she took forever for us to set this up, so I gotta give her some love. I'll throw myself under the bus. So I was supposed to answer their email like a month or two ago, and I get a lot of emails about having bands on, so I wanted to thank Waiting for London for, no pun intended, waiting to come on to do this. So go check them out. Seriously, really good stuff. Like I always try to promote a lot of the bands that I have on here, but they have something really good going. So go give them a listen. Go purchase that physical CD if you're like me and you're old and you like having physical copies of anything. So go check that out. And huge thanks to Ryan and Chris for coming on.
Yeah, thank you. We appreciate
this.
Thanks for having us.